Huawei is using its spotlight at the Mobile World Congress to try to rally support for its 5G technology. That's despite renewed calls from the US and the UK that the company cannot be trusted. The Trump administration has accused Huawei of enabling state-sponsored spying, an allegation the company has repeatedly denied. It's promised a faster and smarter 5G network. Though critics are pointing out potential security concerns with the network, the company says it'll make safety a priority.
Our responsibility, what we promise, is that we don't do anything bad. We don't do bad things. Here, let me say this as clear as possible. Huawei has not and will never plant backdoors, and we will never allow anyone to do so in our equipment.
But the US isn't convinced. On Monday, a group of 11 bipartisan lawmakers urged the government to pull the plug on Huawei's solar products. Generators the company supplies to US companies convert solar energy into electricity. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump is reportedly considering an executive order to ban the Chinese firm from doing business in the US. Canada, Germany, and the UK are weighing possible bans on Huawei's 5G network. Australia and New Zealand have already made the decision and banned it. While the Chinese telecoms giant is touting its 5G infrastructure as the safest network it's ever had, there are doubts over its security.
You can infiltrate all sorts of networks. It doesn't have to be 5G. You can hack 3G networks. So I would say let's all come down a little bit on this side and look at the potential of 5G over the longer term, the medium term, of course, also, and move into the use case scenarios. And of course, you have to remain on your toes. You need to be very clear as to the risks that are involved in using network technology in general.
Huawei has spent more than $800 million in developing its 5G technology. And as more countries join the race, the company is unlikely to back down in the battle to protect its interests as the world's third-largest telecommunications operator. Laila Humairah, TRT World.
And TRT World Sibel Karkus is at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona for us and has more on the Huawei reaction.
Huawei chairman Guo Ping has denied Washington's allegations of security flaws in its products and called them baseless. In his keynote speech at the Mobile World Congress, he says the company's 5G infrastructure is safe and stressed that Huawei has never and would never plant backdoors to allow any country to spy through its equipment. That sentiment is shared by other operators here. On Monday, Vodafone CEO Nick Reed urged the US to share any evidence it has with the European authorities. That would allow them to decide for themselves whether to use the Chinese group's technology in their networks or not. He also warned that excluding Huawei could damage the industry and delay the 5G rollout in Europe by about 2 years. Turkish businesses are also keen on keeping ties with Huawei. Earlier, I spoke to Turkcell CEO Kaan Terzioglu. He says the industry has very strong standards and any experienced company should know how to keep its networks and customers safe. Terzioglu said the Turkish operator will continue working with tech firms like Huawei, which he believes is adding value to the sector. The 5G technology is expected to add more than $2 trillion to the global economy over the next 15 years. But with some European countries considering excluding the Chinese firm from their 5G networks, getting its share from that pie could get harder for Huawei.